So you started first at, with a tea room then, at 116th Street. You're now here today, but it seems like there's more. So what's the real story then behind why did you start a tea room?
So the journey from TV producer, so I started in England as a camerawoman for the BBC. I did cameras and sound for them. I moved to America in 2003 with my husband at the time, who was also English, and he worked in motor racing. So we moved, we did motor racing, I worked my way through from camera sound to international producer. Then I decided to have my kids. So the tea room is named after Matilda, Tilly for short. She's now 9. So I stopped traveling because having a child and traveling 20 weekends out of the year just was not going to work. Then 2 years later I had my son Max. So now trying to travel with 2 kids was definitely not going to work. Then we had the unfortunate situation of going through a divorce, but because I had given up work, without giving you the whole immigration background, that took away, when I stopped working to have the kids, it took away my ability to legally work. So I was now dependent on my husband's visa. But when we split, that meant I had no way to work in the country. So basically I was facing deportation with him, because I couldn't support myself or my kids. So I was facing deportation with him telling me the kids weren't going with me back to England. So the only option I had was to leave the country for a year, leave my kids for a year, and that wasn't going to happen. Or I had to figure out a way of getting a visa and being able to work. So after going through the immigration system with a fine-tooth comb, I came across an investor visa. So I decided it was my only choice. How do I start a business that will keep me in the country? The law said you had to have 2 legal American employees. You couldn't be a pool business and you couldn't do lawn care. Okay, that's my starting point. So I worked bars and restaurants to put myself at university in England. Television was creative. I'd always been a foodie. It was always my house that had the dinner parties. So I decided to put it all together, and I came up with Tilly's Tea Room. And lots of people laughed and said, don't be crazy. But at the point I had no other choice. So it was fight. If I failed, I went back to England, but I could look in the mirror and say I tried my best. So I sold my property in the UK, put every penny I had into Tilly's Tea Room. We got the investor visa, and February 2015 we opened on 116th Street in Fishers.
I find that fascinating. I do.
Immigration is
And
not fun.
I heard a couple of really good takeaways from that. She said, I had no choice. And sometimes I think we put too much on the back burner, and I even speak for myself here, of what is it you really want to do, right? And I think sometimes if you have that plan B or plan C, it's too easy then to not really go for it. So I think, and in her case, it was truly vital, or it was to her. I mean, some people may still make another choice. So, but I think when you feel like your back is up against the wall, and you say, you know what, this is the plan, and this is what I'm doing, you find a way. And you found a way, no matter what. And look at, and we're here today, in this beautiful room. I think that's that I'm sure. And I'm sure it wasn't easy. You had those obstacles that kept getting in your way till you could get to the zip line and be like, whee!